What is up, friends? How are we doing today? Welcome back to Stocks with Ronnie. Today, we're going to be talking about technicals and charting. We're going to be answering your questions. I'm going to be answering your questions on charting technicals. Let me bring the mic over here so you guys can probably hear me. That'd probably be better. It's crazy morning. But yeah, we're going to be talking about technicals. We're going to be talking about charting. I'm going to be answering your questions. We're going to be going through and looking at charts, looking at technicals, looking at different indicators, looking at some basic indicators, more intense indicators, talking about some of my strategies, some of my indicators, so on and so forth. And then we will also be charting some stocks today that you guys want to see where they're at, where they're possibly going. Of course, none of this is financial advice. Just a disclaimer there. Everything charting, technicals, it's probabilities, and probabilities can always be wrong. So appreciate you all tuning in today. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I know the markets are a bit tad red right now, 1.5% down on the QQQ. SPY is down 0.4%, and the IWM is down almost 1%. Very, very bad right now. Yeah, no sugarcoating it, guys. The markets are bleeding. We kind of talked about this since October. Since October, the markets have been not so bueno, not so good. They've been not so good. We've been in this choppy range for a while now. It's been feeling like early 2025. We've been saying this. We've been talking about this since October when I first exited all my trades. And we've been doing some trades here and there since then. There's been some fake outs. There's been some craziness in this market. But what I'm seeing right now, most important before we get into anything, what I'm seeing right now, the state of the markets, oil and safety stocks, Target, Procter and Gamble, these names. Oil, safety stocks, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Target, blah, blah, blah. Clorox, blah, blah, blah. These names are all being flooded into. People are flooding money into safety stocks right now and into oil names right now, while they continuously sell out of high beta names. They sell out of all these different names, tech, SaaS, all of it. It's all getting thrown in the wood chipper. This will bring a massive opportunity. When does it all turn around? I don't know. But we can look at the charts today and try to figure out how far down we could be going, what we could really be seeing, and so on and so forth. So let's just get right into it, guys. Say what's up in the chat. What's up, Twitter? How's it going, my guy? Hope you're having a great day so far, minus the red. Don't let the markets get you in a bad mood. It is what it is, guys. MPS, good morning. How's it going? Hey, Ronnie, do you think besides Nebius and Iren, do you think Nebius and Iren are good buys? I really like them here. I really like where they're at, but they're going to continue to bleed, more so Iran and Cypher and stuff. They're going to continue to bleed as long as Bitcoin and crypto continue to bleed, which is what we're seeing. We're seeing those names, crypto, continue to bleed down. So yeah, not so great. Our trades are actually doing pretty well today. So we're in like RCL, that's up 1%. We're in Smith and Weston, which is up 4% today. We're in Procter and Gamble up 1.6% today. We're in Target up 2% today. And then we have a couple losers in there as well. But yeah, like I told you guys, defensive names, oil, energy names are all going higher. These are the names that are really pushing. So before we get into the charts and everything, before we get into all your guys' questions, all I ask, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 5,000. Maybe you'll be the one that click the 5,000 and be my 5,000 subscriber. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Drop again where you're from, where you're watching from in the chat. And yeah, let's get into it. Let's pull up some charts and see what's going on with this crazy market, guys. Let's see. I'm gonna get this pulled up. Let me get this pulled up right here. And there we go. Hey, Ronnie, what do you think of GUR? I traded GUR for a little bit and then I got out. No bueno. Like all these SaaS names are just getting wrecked. Good morning. What's up, Juan? Google's earnings should help the AI trade today. Yeah, it should. It should. All right. So Bitcoin accelerating to the downside. IREN, Cypher, AMD getting demolished. Yes, they are. Where there is demolishing, there will be opportunity, though, friends. There will be opportunity. It's all about getting in when the direction is right. Robinhood is getting demolished some more. We talked about this rounded top here. It looks like we're at the $80, right? We are here at the $80 support like we talked about. $67 is the next support if $80 fails. We are accelerating bearish in this downtrend on the Prism indicator is my indicator. Matrix is continuing lower. Flow is continuing lower on the daily and the weekly. Very, very bad for Robinhood. Basically following crypto. Basically following crypto, friends. Let's see. IREN. A member of Congress has bought again 100,000, this time 4 times more than last time. Of IREN, that's huge. That's huge. Let's see. AMPX, beautiful. So we actually got out of this one yesterday. Up like 25% on our shares. And look at that thing of beauty, up and then straight back down here. Looks great. Do I want to nibble right now? No, not yet. I don't want to nibble right now. You think these stocks just going 18% down a day on no news is just too fast for a prolonged downturn? It's a very good question. It's a very, very good question. I don't think it's gonna be a bear market. I think it's more so gonna be correction. And then we rip into year end. That's what I think. ONDS is down. Does anyone know why the markets are down? Well, there's a lot of reasons. Look, the markets can be down. There's been a lot of stuff that's happened. And the markets sometimes don't need a reason or they choose a specific reason. Right now, they're just choosing basically everything that's been going on with PayPal having terrible numbers and them saying, oh, well, that probably means that the consumer's weak. And then you have, the partial government shutdown, which I know got alleviated yesterday. Hey, man, thanks for this. Of course. Yeah, there's a ton of reasons, guys, a ton of reasons. And sometimes there's no reasons, but I think there's a bunch of reasons here. Things have been really, really hot, especially this year. So here's a cup and handle. And this is why I really like Smith & Wesson right now. Smith & Wesson, safety stock, aerospace and defense, which they mainly make guns, believe it or not. But yeah, cup and handle breakout. If we look at the measured move here, we have a move up. Oh, I already did it. I'm going crazy. So our target here is going to be $13.56. So we're currently $11.82. You see that we're rolling higher on the matrix. We're rolling higher in a powerful move with an uptrend. And we have the flow curling up. Same thing on the weekly. Same thing on the weekly across the board. So yeah, looks really good here. That's why we're in this name. I could probably add a little bit more. Luke D. Giovanni. Deeg. Would love to see your charts on Oscar U0026 ETHA. Have been patiently waiting to get in ETHA and surprised it just keeps coming down. Things maybe stay volatile to both sides this year, but I don't see why we should have a bear market just because we got a bull market for 3 years. Yeah, no doubt. So we just keep nibbling into stocks. Yeah, DCAing is a great skill and great way to do it. Let's see, Oscar. Wow, Oscar just filled this gap. That's crazy. So Oscar just filled this gap here. The gap is filled. The daily, you're bearish. The weekly, you're bearish. But in the grand scheme of things, you're still just in consolidation. You're still in consolidation from 1150 to 24. Still in this consolidation. Think we're going to stay here. I'm invested in this for the long term. Still like it. Nothing has changed. It's the same thing with Zeta. I think Zeta's taking a beating today. I bought some more leaps personally. Zeta bounced back big. Wow. What a buying opportunity. Big bounce back on Zeta, huh? Look at that. They ripped down to 1634. Glad I bought those leaps. 1634. They're down like 8%, and now they're only down like less than 4%. So they bounced back hard. All right. Zeta. You basically have support here. Do this. There you go. You're still holding this volume shelf barely. But you have all this support between 1588 basically and like 1588 to 17. You have support down here to like 13. The 200-week moving average is right there around 1356. There was a head and shoulders here on the daily. If the head and shoulders on the daily gets its way down to the measured move, we'd be looking at 14 bucks. Could it happen? Yes. Do I think it happens? No. How you manage to be so confident on some of your bets? I know getting in early helps, but any other tips you can comment on? Conviction. You got to have conviction. If you have conviction, you can very easily separate price action from overall thesis, overall where we're going, overall conviction in the company. Zeta is going down because the markets are going down, because SaaS is going down. Let me talk to you. Come here. Zeta is going down because the markets are going down, because SaaS names are getting destroyed, because they think AI is going to kill SaaS. They think SaaS is just going to go bye-bye. They think Zeta is in that pool. Also, Zeta is in ETFs that are SaaS focused. So there's people are selling, companies are selling, hedge funds are selling SaaS ETFs. If SaaS ETFs are selling off, that means Zeta is getting sold off too. Also, Zeta went through this very euphoric move up to like 24, 25 on X. where everybody was talking about Zeta. Everybody wanted it. Everybody was a Zeta guru all of a sudden. And so many people jumped into the name. And now it's coming down, 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 down. A bunch of people were trading the name, or a bunch of people had no idea what they were holding. They just thought this thing was going to go to 50 bucks tomorrow. And that was it. Well, it didn't. And those people didn't have conviction. So they're part of the problem as well. They're the ones selling. So retail selling, the SaaS narrative is bad. ETFs are selling. Markets are selling off. So Zeta is selling off. But why am I so confident? Why do I continue to buy more as we get sold off? Because I see this as a great buying opportunity. How do I do that? Well, I have conviction. I understand the company. I understand the CEO. I understand the numbers. I understand where they're going over the next 1, 2, 5, 10 years, not just what the price action is telling me today. The price action, I don't care. Let it keep falling. I'll keep buying. Because like I pointed out in yesterday's stream and the stream before that, and like I pointed out in other Zeta videos, the margins continue to go up and to the right. The free cash flow margins, the net margins, the gross margins, the operating margins continue to climb up and to the right. Not just trailing 12 month, not just year over year, but also quarter over quarter over quarter over quarter. So let me ask you, if the margins keep going higher, if customer count keeps going higher, keeps getting better, is it a business problem if revenues keep getting better? If they're about to flip the net income positive? Is it a Zeta problem, or is the market just selling off? Come on. Come on. You think if AMD fills that gap, it's a good buy? I looked at their fundamentals. I think I like it cheaper. Been diving into Zeta, sold a bunch of CSP at 17. Noise. UiPath and Zeta at this price is crazy. Yes, it is. Great insights, Ronnie. Broaden my views. Thanks for sharing your take. Of course, loving your answer. Of course, yeah. It's the market and panic sell off. Yep, exactly. Just think logically about these things, guys, and you'll quickly understand. Look, why is Oscar selling off? Is there news? Did something happen? No. People just don't want to hold the stock anymore because they don't believe that ACA subsidies are going to get extended. Well, they don't need ACA subsidies to get extended to still thrive as a business. Why is Zeta getting sold off when their margins continue to expand and they're about to report earnings here in a couple weeks? And they're expected to have their 18th straight beat and raise quarter. And they've already guided for 2026. Already guided for 2026 revenue of like 35% revenue growth. But sure, sell off Zeta. Okay. No news, no nothing. Just, oh, well, SaaS bad. Zeta's going to die. Okay. Amazing buying opportunity. Amazing. Love these days. Exactly. You should love these days. What about Cypher? I have an 80% position and very concerned. I like Cypher for the long term, but these names are getting absolutely slaughtered right now. They're mainly getting slaughtered. Why? Because Bitcoin's getting slaughtered. The funny thing is, and you're probably going to think I'm bullshitting you, but I just sold out of all my Iran and Nebius and everything because I told my community I'm restructuring my portfolio and I want to restructure into names like Iran, Cypher, BE, Bloom Energy, Nebius. I want to get into these names with leaps. Did I buy yet? No. I wait for direction. You know why? I've been saying this. This could be a lower high. The fall could not be over yet. It might still fall more down to the 200-week moving average, back to 1158. If crypto falls to 60, 50K, IREN is probably going sub 20. Man, that'd be a great buying opportunity. Amazing buying opportunity. But yes, it could all still be bad. This could still be a bear flag. Could still be a bear flag. Might already be a bear flag. Let's see. Yeah. Looks like it's already a bear flag. So it looks like we'll fall to the 200-day moving average. What if we're bag holding? Find that conviction. Look, here I'll tell you to you straight. IREN, Cypher, Nebius, will they have turmoil? Will they have a bumpy ride? Will they maybe continue to fall from here? Yeah, they could. But in the long term, rest of 2026, 2027, 2028, I think they could still do very, very well. And I think they will do very, very well. So you got to make that decision. Are you going to cut it loose today? Or are you in it because you believe that it's going to do well 1 year from now, 3 years from now, so on and so forth? Damn it, I didn't get into fast. I was looking at this as a trade. Yeah, trades are doing pretty decent. Crypto is a world of its own. Yeah, it is. Dude, why do I always do this? I always do this with the damn screen. It's because I get so heated. I get so into it. Yeah, anyways, I was just saying about I should have gotten this one looked good. I was just saying about IREN, Cypher, etc. This could be a lower high right here and a bear flag that's breaking down. High, low, lower low, and keep falling down to here, right? So just have to see. Yeah, it is Red Dead Redemption out there. Like I said, our trades in the collective are doing pretty well. But yeah, Red Dead Redemption, guys. It's looking ugly. Ugly. There goes Palantir. Morning, Ronnie. Honestly, I hope it's going well by 2027. It should be. TMDX. To me, this looks like a cup and handle in the weekly, right? You're very choppy on the weekly. You do have powerful move and uptrend here on the prism, but on the daily, it's looking like you might keep falling, right? You're bearish on the matrix. You have a weight here, still in an uptrend, but it looks like it's one of those pullback periods. So yeah, pullback period here looks likely. When should we see a relief of the market? Let's check the markets. Might be a while. This does not look good. Does not look good. This measured move is it's another 8 to 9% down. Yeah, February is typically a red month for tech. Anyways, typically bearish month for tech. Right now, on the on the daily looks bad. Not Tom Lee red, but sure red. The daily looks like it's breaking down, looks bad. The matrix is rolling over, is bad. Downtrend, the flow is flipping the zero line bearish. The weekly flow is bearish. You're in a downtrend on the weekly. You have a weight here on the prism, and your matrix is still down and looking to go lower. The only saving grace right now is that you are at the 21 weekly EMA right here. You can see that. We are at the 21 weekly EMA right here, and we could have a bounce here. This could be the end of it. This could be the end of the pullback, and that would be a pullback of almost 5%. Could be the end, right? If this isn't like a rising wedge, full breakdown down to 560, then this could be the end. But this looks very bearish. Looks very bearish. Let's check the volume. What's the volume been telling us? The volume is a lot. There's a lot of selling volume in here. Coupled with the fact that you're seeing tech sell off bigly, and you're seeing safety stocks go higher. Yeah. Yeah. Doesn't look good. Does not look good. Does not look good. Does not look good, friends. VIX is not even really exploding yet. You see how the SPY is barely down? You know why? Because names like SD Lauder and safety names like Target and stuff, they are actually holding up the SPY. But you see how the QQQ is just dying because it's very tech heavy? Yeah. Yeah. I started off with the November sell-off as my starting point. My stomach is lined with vibranium. Give some love to Ronnie. I'm seeing just 3 likes on this video. I want more of these. Let's go. Listen to my boy Nil. Drop a like. Drop some love. Drop some love. I'm dropping pure. I don't know. I'm dropping gems. I'm dropping gems. Let's see. SoFi is down 5%. I should have kept my SoFi short. Apple having a nice green day today. They're seen as a safety stock, I suppose. Bitcoin. There was your bear flag. What's the measured move of this bear flag, by the way? Let's see. $68K. $68K. What are my thoughts on Uber's earnings? Uber. Talking about Vikings again. Damn, they plummeted down to 72, but they're back to not so much down. Whoo! Dang, bro. Yeah, Enphase is short squeezing. Enphase crushed earnings. Oh my god. Uber's giving me PayPal vibes right now. Uber's giving me PayPal vibes right now. Oh god. 82% miss on your EPS? Bro, what? Throw it in the trash. Oh my gosh. Are they getting disrupted already by robo-taxis? That's wrong. They didn't miss by that much. I hope it's wrong. Jeez. Let's see. I'll go to the #1 news center. X. Uber. Uber's going to be huge for robo-taxis. It was down 9%. Here we go. Okay, yeah, they didn't miss by that much. 78 cents. 78 cents expected. They did 71 cents. 14.32 billion expected. They did 14.36 billion. They beat. So they missed earnings by 9%. So trading views just straight up wrong. Straight up wrong here. I rescind my reaction of trash. I will not throw it in the trash. We'll pull it back. And I rescind what I said. Waymo. They said they're gonna be number one in autonomous vehicles by 2029. Bold statement. Right now the charts daily still bearish, weekly still bearish. So it could still fall lower. It can come down here to like 60, right? This is pretty strong support. 55 to 60 range. So be looking out for that. And it's right here at the 200-week moving average. So if you want to be buying this name, I'd be looking at down here. It probably gets down there, friends. Probably does. What else? Yeah, we can look at end phase. That one ripped 36%. They had really good earnings. 21% EPS beat, 1.44% revenue beat. Huge gap up. Huge gap up. Yep. I'm not touching this name though. I ain't not touching that. Someone check in on Tom Lee. And the BMNR boys. Someone check in on Tom Lee and the BMNR boys. Oh my gosh, dude. This thing is 87% off its highs. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. Apple and Microsoft are the only things green today. Look at this. Iran, all the betas getting crushed. Iran 16% down, Nebius 10% down, Cypher 18% down, Palantir 12% down, TE 16% down, FLNC down 12%. Oh, guess who just sold out of all their FLNC yesterday? Yeah, boy, I did. I did. Dang straight. Ondas 965. I was just talking to my buddy about this. Hold on. I think drones and all that's about to roll over. Already is rolling over. Already is rolling over. Let me see. Do me a favor, guys. Drop a like. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you have any questions. So sad it was 1270 last week. Yeah. Let me cope in peace by saying my vision is for 2030. Thoughts on SMCI, double beat and guidance upgrade? I hate SMCI. I don't trust them. Ever since they did me dirty and their leadership showed me they were incompetent. Pass. But technically speaking, because this is technical, curling up on matrix, curling up here, not yet powerful, but it is an uptrend. Double bottom. You see that double bottom here. 1, 2. Probably climbs back to the 200-day moving average at the 41.77. EOSE down 16%. Yeah, all beta. Nuked. This is what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, look at this. Look at this watch list. Look at this watch list. This is my Prism Powerful watch list. Look at this. Today, things are nuked. Things are nuked today. Look at all this red. A few red names. Look at all this green. 6.5%, 6%. You probably never even heard of these companies. Probably never even heard of these companies because they're safety. Sleep well at night, but they're still small guys, some of them. 6.5% up, 6% up, 5.5% up, 4%, 4%, 4%, 3.5%, 2, 3, 3, 2.5, 2.5, 2, 2, 1.6, 1.4. What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? Safety. Safety is the name of the game. Look at this watch list, guys. Phenomenal. Phenomenal watch list. Where are we at? Right here. Nope. AI trader being hammered. Yeah, they are. Look at this. This is based on IWM spying QQQ. Let's run this screener for this Prism watch list. Look at this. Look at this. Let's see. Save results to a watch list. IWM spy QQQ Prism. Let's see how many of these are green. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Look at my watch list. Look at my watch list. 3 names out of 41 are down. 3 names are down. Look at this. What? 48%, 12.5, 10, 6, 6, 5, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2.5, 2.5, 2. McDonald's safety, Halliburton safety, Generac safety, KeyCorp safety, banks safety. Come on. Iran currently has no support. Nope, it doesn't. Guys, look at this watch list. This is what we're trading right now. So everybody else is getting wrecked on a crazy day like today. We're trading names like these. We're trading names like these. Come on. FLR looks like a retest here. LPG still looks good. Looks like a retest here. Days like these give you lifelong PTSD into becoming a value investor and becoming McDonald's stock and buying McDonald's stock your whole life. Yeah. Yep. Adobe's up 2.5%. Yeah, but don't get me wrong, guys. I'm not trying to tout or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, my investment portfolios are red. My leaps are red. Red AF. Zeta, Oscar, Mobileye, I got leaps in those. They're red AF. Okay. But guess what? Guess what? I got 2027 for some, and I got 2028 leaps. I don't give a crap what happened on February 4th of 2026 when it comes January 2028 or before, when Mobileye, Zeta, Oscar, all these companies are way higher based on my assumptions than they are today. And my leaps had printed money. Short-term pain, don't care. This is investing. Short-term pain and trading, I do care. That hurts. But I just showed you that watch list. Look at this. Look at this. You got some red, but majority green. Where are we at? That new watch list I just printed off. Look at this. These aren't even real. That mother ain't real. A little bit of red. Look at all this green. If you're a trader, here you go. I'll give this to you. If you're a trader, here you go. Focus on these names. Focus on these names. Focus on these names if you're a trader. Here you go. There's some watch list names for you. If you're a trader, you can focus on those. Down. Get down. Everything's down. Everything's down. Let's see. All right. QQQ. Willing to subscribe to trading group? Should I be prepared to use options or can I use equities to trade? You could do both, Juan. Right now, because where the markets are at, and I don't want to get absolutely wrecked like a day like today. If you had options going into a day like today, you are gone. I'm sorry. I'll pray for you. You're done. You're gone. I'm sorry. We are in storm phase. We are in matrix storm phase. Meaning we trade with less capital right now because the markets aren't happy. The markets aren't good. Crypto slowly needing a bailout. Hey man, double gap on AMD. WTF. I'm not sure what to think here. Yeah. What's up, Wealth? Pre-earnings dump for who? What on earth happened to Iran? Bitcoin happened to Iran. What's a good entry for AMD in your opinion? SPY joining the party too. Dude, check out the double gap formation in AMD. What's up? What's up, Tyson? First, let's talk about this. QQQ. Remember when I called this out? I said, hey guys, this is 2025, 25. This is 26. Bullish Williams consolidation box. Came down, came back up, chopped around, then tariff-geddon. This is 2026. Came up, ran, everything's bullish, blah, blah, blah. Then what? Oh, we came down, chop, chop, chop. Now, dump. Same here, same here. Look at this. This is the matrix. Curl down, fall, come back, retest, down. Come back, fall, curl down, come back, retest, probably fall next. Matrix, flow, down, flow, going down. The temperature, these are all my indicators, by the way. Look at this. Below the zero line since January 2025, didn't come back out until June. Flipped the blue April 28th, marking a bottom basically. Look at this. November 10th, we lost the zero line, So basically, November 10th, or right in here, is when I started saying, guys, be careful. That's what I said. October, November, I said, be careful. I'm out of my trades. I'm reducing my trades. I'm going smaller. Because once this temperature flips, like it did here, like it did here, like it did here, when we're below the zero line, this temperature indicator that we built, it is telling you shit's not okay. Shit is not okay. And what do we know? We've literally just chopped sideways. We've literally just chopped sideways. Look at that. Look at that. Since October, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, chop, 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 chop. Just like back here, beginning 25, chop, 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 and then crash. Chop, 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 and then crash? Maybe, maybe. I'm not going big on options or trading or anything like that. Again, trading until we claim back this zero line, till we go blue. Something. Let's look at this too. Yes, we're in an uptrend, but it's telling us to wait. Our prism. This is rolling over like 2025. This rolled over. Do you see how all of this aligns just like 2025 and it does not look good? Drop a like on the video. Do me a favor. Drop a like for warning you guys in October and November about this shit. Where everybody shit on me. I started warning in November that things didn't seem right. And then we kept on going higher and some QQQ, some IWM, blah, 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 blah. And now here we are, just getting freaking wrecked because it's looking like the exact same shit's happening. IWM is honestly the only like decently bullish looking thing. Except we are rolling over. Still in the Williams consolidation box. Where's the dislike at? I think, yeah, YouTube has a dislike. Go ahead. Reason for Zeta confirmed. Ronnie not wearing Athena hat. You're right. You're right. It's my fault. It's my fault. Did Zeta start accelerating down again? No, Zeta's holding like that 4% down. They were like 7 or 8% down. So Red Dead Redemption. Yeah. SPY. See, like QQQ is the most bearish looking thing. SPY doesn't look as bearish, but it still looks similar to 2025. It's still in a waiting period. Same thing with IWM. Still below the zero line. But you do have ignition. You do have an uptrend here. So, yeah, I mean, IWM looks the best. You were talking about AMD. Let's check out AMD. Jeez. Oh, yeah, that's a nasty double gap. Do you see what I see? Do you see it? Oh, dude, AMD's cooked, guys. I'm sorry. AMD's cooked. Guys. I'll do the what's his name? Kevin, I can't remember his name. Where like the meme where he's like oh, dude. What level do we need to start going heavier into hoodie? 80 and 67 are your key levels. All right, yeah, there's AMD, guys. 122. AMD cooked equals QQQ cooked. Yeah, yeah. Nvidia is gonna get cooked too. Nvidia is not really even have it hasn't even really started falling yet. I don't think people understand that this whole like this is bad. Like tech is no like Wall Street already said see you later to tech. Wall Street's already out of tech, guys. They sold out. They're in they've already rotated into energy, oil, and safety. Is bad. Not only do you have this whole open AI thing where if they go belly up, it's going to cause ripples with Oracle and Nvidia and Microsoft, and that's going to lead to a big tech sell off even more. Not looking good. AMD's in that too, is in that whole thing. I think hardware is close to maybe a little bit of deceleration, maybe a little bit of pullback in spending. But yeah, so you got a gap fill here at 171.61, and then you have a move down to the 200 weekly moving average based on this double top. I will say it has not broken down yet, so just understand that. The double top breaks down at 194.61. So if it breaks down there, then okay. Ooh, there's another gap down there to 105. You see that? GV looks solid for energy play. Do you do anything during these times the market pulls back, hedge in any kind of way, or do you just wait until you see a bounce begin? I like to wait until direction. For investing, I just keep investing and buying, what I believe is super, super undervalued and what is going to get what's up, RCS? What's going to get, you know, what's like Zeta and Oscar and Mobileye, like I'm buying 2028 leaps, just like I'm not trying to time those. For trading, I'm in trades like RCL that's up 2%, Smith and Wesson up 2% today, PG, Target, OII is down a little bit today, but they're like offshore robotics and oil and energy. They're breaking out of this big old top right here, which man, they could just really run here. So I'm also in LPG and FLR, not doing the greatest today, but still look good. Just looking like retests. And then I'm still in this LTRX, which just has been meh, like a fake breakout out of this cup and handle, basically a rounded bottom. Can I look at Nvidia chart? Yeah. But kid, I mean, I do shorts as well. Oh my God. I think I need a short. No. That's an well, I mean, it's only Wednesday. Well, if this candle stays like this though, do not be in this. This is literally a gravestone candle right now, and that marks a reversal. So, but it's still early. Nvidia. Getting decimated. Whoop. NVDA. Nvidia's a wonky head and shoulders right here. It's a wonky head and shoulders. Left shoulder, right shoulder, head. Breakdown point. It's wonky, but just because it's wonky doesn't mean it's not a head and shoulders. If we break down there, Nvidia will see 125. First support will be right there at about 152. Just curious, can you look at Nvidia? Yep. It's up RCS. So if it breaks 194, it's highly probable it will go down more. Based on the charts, yes. Zeta. Zeta's down 4%. It's really, really holding this 16 range. It's really, really holding this 16 to 17 range. It's really catching a bid here. Rightfully so. What's HIMS doing today? Is that at 20 yet? Dude, HIMS might go to 20, guys. 200 week moving average right there. Dude, I literally sold out of a bunch of these names that are getting cooked today. I love it. Wish I could buy. Yeah. Guys, do me a favor. Drop a like. Hit the subscribe button. Do your boy a favor. Thank you. Love you. I knew someone was going to say that. What about Zeta Bros? I'm checking in on you and the Zeta Bros. I'm good, bro. People seem to forget that I started calling out Zeta when it was like 14, 15 bucks. I started calling out Oscar when it was like 11 or 12 bucks. It doesn't faze me. If you bought at the top, I don't know what to tell you. You need a DCA into these things. Don't say I love it while we bag holding. Zeta's 1698. It was lower not long ago. Hello, I just joined. Do you believe that the market is going into a correction phase? Yeah. All right, guys, ask some questions. What questions you got? And then probably going to wrap it up. Because I want to get out there. I want to be completely focused. I want to focus on building out some more of my positions. I want to focus on getting into some more of these trades that look really good in the safety stocks. I'll be alerting all of this to my collective trading and my collective investing. So yeah, if you want to join that, links down below. I'll also be doing some public portfolio moves today. That's all going to be on Blossom. Blossom, it's going to be the link in the bio below. Completely free app to download. You can come follow me at the Ronnie V Show, and you can see exactly all the moves that I'm making in my public portfolio. And yes, in the public portfolio, I do hold Iran and Nebius, so they're getting murdered today. From your perspective, the indices will go to 15 to 20% or more. I think right around a 10% correction is in the cards. 10 to 15%, actually. Because I just charted it out and it was like 8% more from here, which you've already had like a 4%, 5%. So 10 to 15% correction. And then I think we bottom around April, May again, and then we rip into midterms. When do you think BTC bottoms? I think I'll give you levels. I don't know when it bottoms. I think 70K is a really solid bottoming point. And if not that, then 60K. And I know that sounds super like 70 and 60, 6, 7. I don't even know what the 6, 7 thing means, by the way. I'm too old for that. But yeah. So 60 or 70K, I think. 50K seems like a stretch. Doesn't mean it couldn't happen. Could you analyze Nebius? Yes. What do you think about BE, fundamentals and charts? I really like BE. I really like Bloom Energy. I would love for this thing to crank down lower so I can buy some leaps on it. Thank you, Ronnie, for your answers. Have a good one, mate. I appreciate it, man. Everybody like and follow. Everybody like and follow and subscribe. I'm going to New York tomorrow, so I'll be a little bit quieter the rest of this week and weekend. Going to New York. Gonna see the bell ring. Gonna see a big fat red bell ring at New York Stock Exchange. Let's see. That's gonna be Friday. Nebius. Nebius, right here at the 100-day moving average. The 200-day moving average is 56.70. I think DCAing buying around the 100-day moving average and buying around the 200-week moving average, if we get down to it, is very, 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 very good points of entry. But obviously daily and weekly are bearish on my indicators. But your support is basically 50, 55, and 75. Nope, there's a gap right there. So this gap probably fills right here. Got down to 66. So 76, 66, and 50 are the levels that I'm looking at for Nebius. 60K ain't too bad. I thought I was going to 20K and taking my cipher with it. 20K would be insane. I don't think that. BE. Yeah, like I said, I like BE, but it needs to cool off. I wonder if it's up today. No, big down, big down. Good, good. Look, let's fill this gap here. I might nibble at 112. 112. Next support is going to be 75. Gap fill down here at 27. I mean, it could. That's 200-week moving average. Shit gets bad, guys. It can go. 27. 200-week moving average, 27. It could. But I would be looking more so to 70 to 75 range for a really good buy at this strong support, and 112 if you want to take a little bit more risk. You think this isn't going to go as deep or low on BE. I do like it though. Ethereum's in the same boat as Bitcoin. Same boat as Bitcoin. Here you go. It's bearish. We have a bear flag that we broke down out of. Bear flag says about 1900. 1900. The next support level is Tariff-Geddon, basically, right down here, about 1500. So 1950 on Ethereum, then 1500. When can we expect Redwire reach 14 again? Any upward catalyst before earnings report? No, I think drones and everything are about to get crushed and killed, and there's going to be a good buying opportunity if you missed it already. RDW bearish across the board on the matrix, on the prism, and on the flow on the daily. Bearish or flipping bearish on the matrix on the weekly at the 21 EMA. But if it loses the 21 EMA, then we probably see the 200-week moving average down here at 654. Your support is going to be right here at about 650. So I'd be looking at the 200-week moving average if you want to get in this name and not potentially miss out, but it does look like everything's curling down and looks like it will go pretty bearish. I'll be looking at 654, but you could be buying the 21 EMA right here and now on the weekly. Can you explain your position on IREN and BTC getting tumbled? Are you on leaps? No, I'm not on leaps, but I want to be on leaps soon. Basically, I sold out of IREN, Cypher, Meta, Amazon, UNH. I sold out of all those names the past 2 weeks in my one collective portfolio inside the investing collective. And I told everybody, hey, I'm either going to shift gears over to SaaS because it's super undervalued, or I'm going to shift gears over into the new memory. The new memory play is going to be power. I want power because power, they're going to be Iren, Cypher, BE, Nebius, they're going to be able to charge for power like Micron and SNDK are able to charge for memory right now. I believe it's going to be massive, but I want to make sure that I don't catch a falling knife. I'm going to have levels that I buy leaps at on Iren, Cypher, Bloom Energy, FLNC, EOSE. I'm going to have levels to buy those at. So if you want to be part of that and see what I'm doing there, you can join the investing collective. You can join our Discord there. If we go full bear market, BTC has always come down to the pre-bull upward trend line. Yeah. What are some energy safe havens? I had GEV on my radar right here. This is my watch list that I just ran today. Okay. This is my watch list I just ran today. It's only got 3 red names in it. Everything else is green. So you can pause the video and look at this. I can expand it for you too. These are all safe havens that are doing well today. Union Pacific Corporation. This is a train company. A train company. All these names, guys. Some banks in here. Eat, Brinker, owns a bunch of restaurants. All these names. You can pause the video, look at these, write these down. And then there's also the sectors that are doing best right now are consumer staples, energy, oil, etc. And I have a watch list for those two. It's right here, Prism Powerful List. It's got a couple red names on it, but majority are green, as you can see. So PATK, Walmart always does good in these times. Oxy, Clorox, Valero, oil, Sherwin-Williams, people need paint still. NE, ESI, Pepsi, Pepsi, Target, DD, PSX, AVNT, EMR, Calm, CC, Dow, KWR. All these names are green. Look at these names for safe havens. Look at these names for stocks if you want to trade that can go up. Thanks, boss. No problem, gravy salad. Opinion on T1 and Fluence Energy. It's so funny because I just sold FLNC yesterday and Onto. I made over 100% gain on FLNC. I called it out at $10. And it went to $31. Massive returns. I was in, then I was out, and then I got back in, and then we ran that up like 100%. I still like FLNC. It's just like my fair value is right around 30. So I was like, okay, I'm going to sell out of this. And, you know, I put more money into more leaps and put more money into more leaps into Zeta, Mobileye, and Oscar right now because they're so cheap. They're so low. So I sold out of FLNC to do that. And I just figured we were pretty extended here. So looks like we're getting a tweezer top pattern and we could pull back down to the 200 week moving average, about 1676 would be a good buying opportunity. And if it really, really goes down, you could get back in at 10, possibly to get a retest down here. That'd be pretty crazy. I think you probably 23 and then 17 would be my areas. They're about to have earnings too today after hours. T1 Energy, it's ran a lot. I think this one needs to come. I think this one needs to cool way down. First level is going to be 454. Then you have the 200-day moving average at 315. You have the 200-week moving average right here at $4 or $5. So level 1 is going to be like $5 basically here, right? You got a bunch of support and resistance right there. Level 2 is going to be that 200-day moving average right there. Probably just call it right in there, about $3 to $3.15. 5 and 315. Look at those areas. You also have a a really bad wick top right here. I'm about to go short into a lot of these names too, because these all look really, really juicy for shorts. What about EOSE? LTRX? Yeah, LTRX earnings after hours. This one's just completely fallen because it's a high beta name. I don't know. I pulled back on my exposure to this name. I still like it long term, but I pulled back my exposure. URA, is that the no, it's uranium. Yep. All these high flyers that have been running like crazy. This one looks like a double top. One down, two. If it breaks this 39.76, then look out. Look out below. You could fall down here to the 200-week moving average at like $30. SoFi is getting really close to that load the boat level. Remember who called out SoFi rounded top and Robinhood rounded top? Yeah, boy. $20 that first level. Then you have 17 as the next level. And then, my goodness, if it gets down to 11.21, that'd be crazy. So, NBIS thoughts. LTRX was a FinTwit pump. I don't think so. I liked LTRX. I think it's just bad timing. I posted about it once I saw some other people on X posting about it. It looked really good. It looked really good as a play for the partnership that they have with RCAT to be in their drones. And it was just like a picks and shovels play for drones, but it's just bad timing because like now drones plays have already ran so much and now they're getting slaughtered. Now they're pulling back. Finally, they needed to pull back. So it's just bad timing, I think. I still think longer term that LTRX does pretty well. It's speculative, it's high risk. They still have to like perform and do everything, but they have links to Anduril and everything too. So I still think it could be good, but it's very small, very speculative. NBIS. I already talked about NBIS, but yeah. 100-day moving average, 200-week moving average. So 57, 75, those are your levels, and 66. Boom, answered all your guys' questions. Great time today, guys. Loved having you. Appreciate all of you. Hopefully I got to answer your questions. Hopefully I got to help out a little bit on a very, very red day. Hopefully the watch list that I gave you guys helps you find some good trades out there that, not everything's red out there. There's a lot of safety stocks, a lot of oil stocks, a lot of energy stocks that are actually still doing good, not getting destroyed. We're seeing a massive rotation in this market away from high beta and tech. A massive shift in this market away from high beta and tech. Those names will have their day again, but for right now, it's all about energy, oil, and safety stocks. Procter & Gamble, Clorox, Target, Walmart, blah, blah, blah. Phillips, Morris, MO, agriculture stocks, farming stocks, safety. And some industrial stuff too, like Caterpillar, John Deere, stuff like that. So do me a favor. If you enjoyed the stream, if you got value out of this, all I ask is you smash that like button, subscribe so you never miss anything ever again that I post when I go live, when I post a video. Hit the notification bell so you get alerted as well. All of that is free to do. If you want to see my public portfolio, the moves I'm making today, absolutely free. Link in the bio, Blossom. Free app that you can download and see, follow me and see all my public trades. And then finally, if you want to join the collective investing or collective trading community, which we're actually about to spin up a website here soon, where you can actually just join the website and you get access to my trading and investing all for one price. So that's going to be really exciting. We're going to have sector watch in there. I already started posting some of that stuff on X showing understanding like what sectors are hot, what sectors are not hot, where we should be focusing our trades or investments, so on and so forth. So yeah, going to have it all on that site. So looking forward to that. But if you want to join now in the Discord, you can do that as well. See all my investments that I'm making, see all my trades that I'm making, names like that I showed you on the watch list. And appreciate you all for tuning in. Love you all. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Don't stress too much about the markets. Control what you can control. And that's it, guys. Take it easy.